What's up YouTube, it's TV, and you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make a build in islands. So today we're actually gonna be making a really cool berry farm. And this build was actually shared to me by Cornies on Discord. I believe their name is like Corn Hustles or something like that on Roblox. But anyway, this is actually something I actually did already try a little bit of, but I didn't really dive deep. But it was really cool to see their concept. Today I'm gonna show you how to build it. And so essentially what you're gonna be able to do is harvest a ton of berries multi-layered. So you can actually get a lot more berries with this farm. And like I said, I've actually tried it once. It does also work for different types of crops. And the reason why I kind of stopped is even though I was able to do it with other types of crops, I couldn't figure out a way to replant. So it actually does work really, really well for a non-replant crop like a berry. So before I begin though, if you could do me a huge favor and hit that like button and smash the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. All right, so let's go over here. And I actually built in a little platform here. You can see Cletus is really excited about this new farm because he thinks I'm actually going to use pumpkins here, but I'm not going to, Cletus. So why don't you maybe you come back another season there, Cletus. Thank you, dude. So anyway, so how we're going to do this is we're going to set up 3 rows of berries. Okay, so essentially what we're going to do is we're going to have 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to have a space, and then 1, 2, 3, and then another space like that, and 1, 2, 3, and then another space. And technically we can add a little bit here if we want. So let's go ahead and expand this out a little bit because there's going to be some berries on the left side here that we're going to want to grab. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so again, this is just an extended platform I put between my island. And so you can see these are going to be the rows, right? And so how it's going to work is we're going to start about right here and we're going to go. And in fact, you know, based on this, we should add a little bit right here as well. So we can hit multiple sides. And it is a pretty small route. So we might need to add some totems, which we can do in a little bit just to speed up the growth. Okay, so let's do this. We bring this all the way down and then we're going to make a left turn about right here. Let's add a little bit more because just in case, we'll add a little bit right here. So then we're going to make our left turn and we're going to go down 3 because it's going to be 3 rows, right? So you can see there's 3 right there and then we're going to come down this way. And there's a reason why we're doing 3. So it's a little bit weird. It really depends on where your character is placed. It could technically do 4 in between here. So it would hit 2 on both sides with your sickle, but it doesn't really work that way. I'm having issues with it. So it's mainly where your character's body is placed. Okay, so there's 3 and then we go down this way and we're going to go all the way down. We're going to repeat this pattern here, right? Yep, go left. Then we're going to come back down all the way down. And so in this case, we're going to go a little bit further here and then we're going to go down this way, right? So we got a loop. So we're going to go all the way back down this way and then we're going to make a left. Okay, so this is, even though this is our start, we're going to have to loop all the way back. And so what we could do here is because there's space, we could also plant berries here just so we don't miss any. And here we're going to actually go and finish the crops like this. We can also put some right here. And we're going to go all the way down, fill this entire section up with crops. We're also going to get our turns in. Don't worry, we got the corners to do. Fill all these in with our seeds. And berry seeds are going for a pretty good price right now. Usually you can find them for about 3,000, sometimes less. There we go. Looks good. All right, so let's go get our turns in. We're just going to be using left turns. So there's a left turn, left, left, and left. And now we just need a couple rights. And there's our 2 rights. There we go. So you can see we got a full loop going. Go up here, we go down, we make a right, then we go left, and then we go back left, right? All right, so now we need to get these sides done on the outside, and then we could do this side as well, and then this outside as well. And if you wanted to, you could put these right here, but I'm not going to. All right, so now we need to do the next floor here. So we got to build over for a moment here. So to get this, we just go up a couple and then over, and then we can get rid of this. And now we have a floating block we can build off of. So now we build this way. So essentially you're just going to do another layer here all the way to the conveyor. You're not going to cover that conveyor. You're just going to pretty much just travel to it, build all the way to this edge, fill the center, get rid of this excess here. We're going to build over. So I'm just going to go and build over this like this. And then we're going to get rid of the middles where the conveyors are. And then we just do the same thing on this, right? So we're going to go all the way down. This one can go all the way to the edge here. This goes all the way down as well. And then we're going to fill the middle. We're going to do the same for this. So you can kind of see what's going on here, right? Pretty straightforward. Now I have tried some triple layers and it does not work. Could not find a way to get that to work. All right, so pretty much to have all these done, we just got to fill this side. Very cool. Okay, so that's all set, right? Looking good. And we could probably also double layer these sides. Just realized. So let's go ahead and do that. I mean, might as well. It's extras, right? Might as well. The other thing that's kind of nice is it just guides your character along. So that looks good. good. We're going to go all the way around this. So this is a little bit of bonus. Cornies did not share this part, but I'm thinking it'll actually work pretty well. So let's add a couple there. All right, let's cut these out. Okay, that looks good. And we'll just leave this one kind of by itself. That's fine. Okay, let's plant. Now the question is, we're going to have to run a test, but the question is if we should do a double on this side. I don't know if we should yet. I don't really want to waste it, but we might need to. We just have to figure out which side is going to actually get hit by the double. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set up some totems to accelerate the growth. Again, that's not something that Cornies did, but I'm going to add it to this because I want my stuff to grow fast, especially with this being such a small, you know, little route. It's definitely not going to be, it's going to loop a lot before berries are ready. So because it's going to be looping often, we want it to loop and get more berries by accelerated growth. So you can see we got a pretty good setup here. And so what I'm going to do is right above these, I'm going to build upwards. And I think what I'll do is I'll do it, let's see, it's going to be about 4 out, right? So, and we don't really care about these outside edges as much as the center. So we're going to build one right here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one right here, 4, and then we'll build one right here. So this will reach out 4, and then we'll go right here as well. The question is whether or not I need to do this. Hold on, because 1, 2, so it'll actually cover these outside edges just fine. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So technically I can bring this in a little bit, because if I plant this here, it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's going to reach 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll actually reach this entire area. And then I need to put one right, I could put one like right here, and it'll reach both sides. All right. Yeah, this will work. It won't look symmetrical, but there's a purpose for this placement. All right. So these are going to be the totem placements like that, right? So 6 totems, and we just need to get, we'll just use starfruit. It's totally okay to use starfruit. So 1, 2, so we got our 6. Let's also add some lighting because it is pretty dark here. We're going to use some maybe moonlights. Let's see. We have these. All right. We got some ceiling lights. We'll go and use these. We'll put a moon right here, and we'll put some of these up. Not super symmetrical right now. That's okay. We just need some light. Okay. Right. So let's go and upgrade these. And we're going to get our utility up. We'll get this one up to like about 20. So each of these are going to go up about 20. And that's going to boost each of these by 40%. And we're going to upgrade more after that. Let's see how much we've got. Ideally, it should be 100%. I would bump this. If you have the materials, bump it up to 100%. All right, I'm boosting this one. It's up to 58%, 45, 45, 45. And I'm just running out of birch. So we could fix this. Okay. So there's our berry farm. That looks pretty cool. So that's going to continue to work. I'm actually going to set up a birch farm real quick. Let's see. Let's put some grass across here and get some birch saplings out. So that'll help us upgrade these totems better. All right. So we're going to get set up here. So how this works is, like I said, we're going to start here and it just loops. There's not going to be any kind of respawns or anything like that. So you don't need to worry about setting up an obby flag or anything like that, or even a spawn point. I just have mine right here. In fact, I'm going to move it real quick because I don't want it there. We'll put it up here and let's go and jump down here and we're going to go and start. So how it's going to work, like I said, is you're going to basically get your diamond sickle. And so you're pretty much just going to keep this going. And you can see it's actually getting both the top layer and the bottom layer at the same time. Ooh, it looks like I missed one. You see at the bottom here, see how it's clearing both? Look at that. Primarily seems to get the bottom areas. So we're pretty clear on the bottom. And if you have to, you could adjust your character a little bit if you want. So here's a shot from under. So you can see we're still getting some. Even on our next trip, we're getting more. It does look like you can get a lot more on the second layer. So if your character kind of faces against the wall like that, you see I'm even getting a little bit on that. Because I think the main issue is this is actually a radius, right? See I'm getting a lot more like this now. See I'm getting both on the top. And yes, it is a bit laggy. It is a bit laggy. You can see I'm getting both layers on the top. I'm getting both sides. There we go again. It looks like the totems are working really well. On the third pass, everything's pretty much regrown. So again, huge shout out to Cornies for this concept. It's actually pretty cool. You can get quite a bit. Looks like we're missing one right there. So that is how you do it. Definitely worth having. Now, another way you can do it is obviously just kind of running through the field itself. The problem is that you can see it doesn't actually grab anything. Now, the question is whether or not the conveyor placement is correct. So let me show you a quick test of that. So let's go down here. I'll show you. So I'm just going to build another conveyor on top of this one so we can go a little bit further up like that. And I'll show you under it while we harvest. So grabbing our sickle, you can see at the bottom here, it doesn't actually harvest any berries under us. So if you were to do it this way, it doesn't reach below this height. So you do have to have your conveyor on this level for it to work. So unless they fix the sickles on mobile, this method isn't really mobile friendly, but once they do fix it, or if they did fix it, then it will be. So keep an eye on that. But this is a great farm. So thanks again to Cornies. But you can see here, it doesn't require that much of a berry farm. Like you don't really really need that many berry bushes. This is a really small farm. You're going to be pretty much looping it constantly. You can make it a little bit bigger so you can make it more seamless if you wanted to, but I'm pretty happy with this. So even with it missing some of these, you can just pretty much run through here, just change your body position. It does, like I said, you can see how it's choking. It does get a little laggy after a while. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button and smash the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And I will see you all in the next vid. Peace.